Good evening, and for tonight's Thundering Thursday we'll be doing an unboxing, and because of the size of the box I've had to move away from the painting desk. So what do we got? It's here, the new Flames of War Fortress of Europe starter set. So let's get on with it. Quite a new set on the market, and to be honest, I'm surprised that at the time of filming nobody else has reviewed it yet, so something of an exclusive. As you can see, we get the standard infantry that we've seen in the previous Hit the Beach box sets, but this time we get a lot more armour. The Germans get 2 Tigers, while the Americans get 2 Hellcat platoons, so that's a total of 4 Hellcats, 3 Sherman, and 2 M20 scout cars, which could also be done as the M8s. So, let's have a look at what we get inside. Right, so starting with the baggie, we get 2 frames of infantry. Does look like, as with the previous versions, these are both mixed on the 2 sprues. So we'll have a closer look at those in a moment. To go with the infantry, we get a pack of bases, and of course dice. We get a couple of sprues of tank crew, including some models for the scout cars or the Wolverines. Right, we get, as I said, we get the 2 M8 or M20s. So we get the 2 different hull tops, but sadly we only get 1 machine gun ring on the sprue, so you can't actually make both models unless you're really clever with a bit of metal. Ooh. We then get 4 M18 Hellcat Sprues, which can make 2 different versions. So I don't know if one is the British version or not. We'll have to have a look at that. Then we get the 3 Shermans. These are the 2017 version, so should be a lot less warped than the Shermans I've previously received in the Hit the Beach set. We also get the 76mm Upgrade Sprues. So if you're clever, you could probably make both hull tops and just swap them onto the hull bottoms as you need. So, and then of course the cat in the room. We get 2 Tigers with a couple of options with the hatches. So we'll look at those, and of course the 2 75mm German anti-tank guns. We get the quick start guide, which I'll be going through in another video once I've got everything painted up, and the all-important destructions. telling you how things should be based. I might base them like that, or I might base them individually for 15mm bolt action and then tack them onto group bases for Flames of War, and already got stuff based up for PBI. So, and then the rulebook. Hopefully it's the most recent edition, seeing as it's this year's release. With lots and lots of background information and lots of gorgeous photos and basic scenario and army lists. Very basic, minimal army lists, really, and organisation and unit cards. All in all, wonderful little kit. Let's have a closer look at the sprues. So, onto the Infantry Sprue. On one of the sprues, the top 3 rows are, at first glance, as all German. It includes the usual array of machine gun crew and light machine guns, both in firing positions and being carried and firing from the hip. Thanks to the old Airfix kits, we've got that traditional stick grenade being thrown. So then flip for the middle rows. So we've got a mixture on the middle row of Americans and German gun crew. So we've got the LMG in a firing position, gun crew, German tank crew, gun crew, gun crew, gun crew, and at first glance I believe those 3 are all American. And then onto Sprue. So we have a bit more varied array on these. We've got the German mortar crew, officers, Panzerschreck, but we've also got the American bazooka crew on there, but looks like most of those are German models. And onto the next sprue, which is identical, which I wasn't quite expecting. Oh no, it's not. These 3 here are mostly American. Well, in particular these 2 rows here, mostly American. Again, German officer, Panzerfaust, Panzerschreck. But everything else on the sprue is pretty much the same. But they are amazingly sculpted models compared to some of the other 15mm plastics on the market, which in particular Plastic Soldier Company's stuff isn't quite as detailed. So these are superior compared to those. So onto the AFEs. So starting with the M8 M20 Sprue. Battlefront are aware that barrels often get snapped, hence them providing the 2 machine guns, but only a single ring for them. That ring would mount directly onto the 3 pins there for the M8, or onto the top of the turret for the M20. So this is the M20 hull. The M20 would have the light anti-tank gun as well. I believe that's 50mm or 2-inch. but actually it might be around 46mm. But wonderfully detailed little model. And we will be doing a construction and painting video for these soon. So what's next? Right, now onto the M18 Hellcat. Now let's have a look. I mean, obviously it's pretty standard as far as the tank goes, although of course it's open topped. We get the machine gun and we get 2 barrels, which I'm aware that the Hellcat was also in British use with the 17-pounder anti-tank gun, so I'm assuming that's why we got the 2 different barrels, but I may be wrong and they may both be American barrels. So let me know in the comments. I love being corrected. And here we have the M4A1 basic Sherman kit. So again, quite a simple little kit with standard turret hatch option. So, and the standard, actually two options for the guns, and the turret top mount pintle mounted machine gun option, and a little bit of stowage, including tarpaulin. Nice little kit, which is upgraded. The M4A1 76, mounting a longer barreled gun, which gave it a higher velocity. Again, it simply should just clip onto the top of the M1A1 track system. So let's have a look at see what's next in the pile. Of course, it's the Tiger, which is the largest of the sprue. It's so big it comes into 2 parts really. So that's the main hull. You can see really well detailed. A couple of different hatch options, both open and closed, which is a nice touch. And a spare hull mounted machine gun, because we always lose those. Or is one of those supposed to go on the turret? I'm not sure till I read the instructions properly. Speaking of which, the turret, where I can see that and tracks, and on this sprue you can quite clearly see that it's using the Zimmerit anti-magnetic paste, which is quite ironic really, because Germany was the only force using magnetic anti-tank guns, magnetic anti-tank mines. So, and onto the final sprue, which is the German 75mm anti-tank gun, which is a pack something or other. I'm sure one of you will pop up in the comments and tell me which it is. Because, as you see, it's quite straightforward, even though it's a simple sprue, simple model. It's really well detailed and even comes with a box of shells. So all in all, an excellent little starter set, and I got it on a reduction on Amazon direct from Battlefront, where it has an RRP of £60, but over on Amazon it was available direct from Battlefront for £42, which is a huge discount, and even more of a discount when you tot up the total, and the RRP for all the figures and tanks inside comes to a whopping £180. If only other companies such as Games Workshop gave that sort of discount on their starter sets. So we'll have construction and painting videos coming up soon. The infantry, however, I probably won't do a painting video for because I've already done them. The links are in the comments below. Thank you.